And welcome back to the John Carroll Football Pregame Show. My name is Nick Colbert, and I'm joined right now by senior defensive end Ben Day. Hailing from Brecksville, Ohio, Ben is one of the key contributors to the John Carroll defense that currently ranks as the most efficient in the NCAC, tallying 2.5 sacks and a forced fumble on the year so far. Ben, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Thank you for having me.
We'll get into the personal questions in a minute, but first, there would be no better way to start this interview than to reflect on last week's game at DePauw. In one of the longest football games of anyone's career, John Carroll pulled it off in a final 14-second game-winning touchdown. How did that feel in that moment, and what was the team energy after that game?
Yeah, with that offensive drive to wrap up the game, that was the most emotional the sideline's been. I mean, everyone was like cheering, happy, jumping up like everywhere. Like it was a great time to be there.
And in terms of after the game, the vibes there?
Yeah, it was great vibes. I mean, obviously them being ranked #1 preseason and knocking them off, it was a great for team morale.
Yeah, it was definitely a moment that everyone in Northeast Ohio was feeling quite nervous about. So during the game, there was a 2.5-hour weather delay. So what was the message in the locker room during that stoppage of play, and how did the team keep warm and stay focused on the task at hand?
Yeah, definitely just keep concentration on the hand at task and make sure everyone just stays locked in on the game. We were, making halftime corrections. Like everyone was watching the game from the first half that we played, and just making adjustments on the fly.
So jumping into the personal questions now, you're currently in your senior year at John Carroll. So how has your mindset or preparation developed over your career heading into your 4th season now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, coming in as a freshman, it's obviously a big jump from high school to college football. And, I mean, here at John Carroll, like, everyone's a great leader. So, obviously looking up to the seniors and the 5th years I've had since being a freshman to my sophomore year and stuff like that. Just learning the ways on how to be a great teammate, football player, and even a better person. I've just learned that and hope to pass that down to the freshmen now.
Yeah, I feel like over the years there's been a lot of great leaders on this John Carroll football team.
Yeah.
And now reflecting on your time as a whole here, is there a moment or a game that you feel defined your journey here at John Carroll?
I think the BW game last year was obviously a great win for us. 12 years in a row with that, and just being on the field and actually contributing for the team win was just a great feeling.
Yeah. We're currently here with Ben Day, senior defensive end for John Carroll. So in your career, Ben, you've been named as an all-conference player, named to the D3Football.com Team of the Week, and a Conference Athlete of the Week. So how did it feel to receive those recognitions, and how have they shaped your overall role on the team?
Yeah, it felt good getting those recognitions throughout the conference and stuff like that, but it really just comes down to just my team supporting me and just them just forcing me and just making me the best player that I can be, and just that translate to the field.
Mm-hmm. And being in your 4th year, you have seen a lot of personal growth, team growth, and just overall changes, even in just changing conferences. Now, has this year been any different than other ones, and how have you adjusted to any changes that have come up?
It feels the same, but I mean, going into a new conference, we like to say we're the new kids on the block, and we gotta earn the respect from every opponent we play, and I think we've done that so far.
Mm-hmm. Now, who have been your biggest mentors in football, whether coaches, teammates, family, and how have they influenced both your performance on the field and your growth off of it?
I would say probably my parents. Just my dad played college football as well, and he always just pushes me to be the best player that I can be, and just being even a better man.
Yeah, I feel like having your dad as a role model, always your parents are a big, strong presence whenever it comes to, giving you the valuable life lessons, even on the field, but most notably off the field as well. So I'm joined right now by Ben Day, senior defensive end for the Blue Streaks. And being a senior, what legacy or impact are you hoping to leave on this program?
I just want to leave leaving the younger underclassmen, just learning hard work and what it takes to just be a good player and just a good teammate, and just having that leadership role, just making sure everyone's on the same page and just stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I especially hear over the years, whenever it comes to all the athletes that we talk to, it's always the seniors talking about how they want to mentor the next generation, and the next generation's always so grateful for that.
For sure.
So looking back on your entire career, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned through football, something you'll carry with you beyond the game?
I would just say having a strong mental mind. When you get in tough positions, you can't fold under pressure, and I think that translates through the work world and just like after life.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, what are your goals after football as you look forward to graduation?
Just to get a job. I plan on working in the mortgage industry. I just find high interest in that and just being the best I can be at my spot.
Absolutely. So we're joined right now by senior defensive end for John Carroll, Ben Day. Now, we like to wrap our sports interviews here at WJCU with a couple of lighter, more fun questions. So we have a couple of fun questions for you to answer. So first of all, outside of football, what sport do you feel like you have the best chance of going pro in?
I would hope to say golf. I'm not that good, but if I could go professional, that's the sport I would go professional.
Yeah, I mean, as a golf player myself, I would love to go pro in golf, but it is so incredibly hard and frustrating.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't make any gains with that over. So, I mean, it's a nice aspiration to have,
100%.
but it's always the grind with that.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, at any level of football, what team has your favorite jersey? This could be high school, college, professional.
I would say a lot of the NFL color rushes I like a lot, but probably like the Ravens blackout or the Houston Texans.
Okay. I think someone else mentioned the Ravens blackout jerseys as well as being their favorites before, so a little bit of a popular answer there. And now, last question for you today. Who on the team has your favorite celebration, and can you describe it in any way?
I would probably say Kenneth Rawls. I mean, he always has something when he gets in the end zone, and it's awesome just watching him do that.
Yeah. Well, that will wrap up our interview with John Carroll senior defensive end Ben Day. Ben, thank you so much again for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
We'll take a quick break, but when we come back, our sports co-director Nicolina Samak will preview today's matchup between John Carroll and Wooster right here on your radio home for Blue Streak Athletics, WJCU 88.7.